Yep, I'm really doing this. Teen Titans Go is a Cartoon Network show that's based on the 2003 cartoon Teen Titans. This show has lived on in infamy as the worst Cartoon Network show of all time. Many people in the cartoon reviewing community have stated that this show disrespects the original series, and overall it's been the biggest punching bag for almost 10 years. Damn, this came out 10 years ago? Jesus Christ. Thank God the hatred has died down a little bit, because people getting all bent out of shape over this cartoon is just really embarrassing. Now, I need to make this abundantly clear before we start. I haven't watched the original show in a while. I've seen a couple of episodes here and there, but I wouldn't call myself a bring the original Teen Titans back for a sixth season fan. I'm going into this with like 50% of knowledge from the original source material. So indulge with me as I watch and rank every single episode of Teen Titans Go.
Titans, let's go! Titans, go!
Here we are, the first episode. Raven sends the Titans to go get some ingredients for the legendary sandwich, mainly because she wants to watch this bootleg My Little Pony in peace.
Great. Right in the middle of the best part of Pretty Pretty Pegasus.
This is gonna suck!
So it's pretty obvious that this show is nothing like the original series. I remember the original series having an even balance of being serious and goofy simultaneously. It's pretty clear just by watching the first episode that they're going for a more comedic approach. And the jokes in this episode weren't all that funny to me.
I'd drive across the country in a car that smelled like Cyborg's B.O. for this sandwich. Ha ha!
Ain't no mountain high enough to keep me away from this sandwich!
Well, yeah, I'd do some, incredibly difficult stuff for that sandwich.
Shut up! Shut your fucking mouth. You're so annoying. Oh my god.
And it's not just the writing that received a massive downgrade. It's the animation, the fight scenes, and the characters as well. The animation is very cheap and stilted. It felt like the reason why everything was designed the way it is to save money and make back more money by selling toys of these characters. Which worked in their favor. God fucking damn. The fight scenes are not as strong as in the original, which is expected given the fact that they're not trying to spend too much money on this show. But the worst part of this whole episode is the characters themselves. Even when we put aside how much they disrespect the original series, these characters are not that likable, and they make me want to stick my face into a wood chipper. The only one that's tolerable is Raven, although I don't like how she's become a brony now. But whatever. Everyone else is obnoxious, annoying, and most importantly, they don't shut up.
Hold on now. I lost an arm for this sandwich. I get first dibs.
But I lost my hair. Surely that is more important than a hand. I should get the first of bites.
I got the worst of it. Look at this.
How you gonna eat with no teeth? You gonna gum the sandwich down?
I get the first bite. Who's gonna tell you the truth?
Stop talking!
You know, when it comes to pilots, you gotta give me a good impression of your show. You gotta give me good animation, good writing, good jokes, and good characters. If you can't give me that, I don't want to watch your show anymore. I guess in its own right, it's fine, I guess. But compared to the other pilots I've seen, this one is so bad. But given the fact that it's my job to watch and rank every single episode, we can't stop here. So let's move on.
When I say I want, you say pie. I want
Pie.
I want
Pie. When I say yummy, you say pie.
Jesus Christ, this is only the second episode and I'm already regretting this. Beast Boy ends up getting himself a part-time job so he can get this game that Cyborg wants for his birthday. I want to clarify that he did draw this picture for Cyborg, but he thought a video game would be way better. God, it's the most average episode concept I've ever seen. There's a moment where Beast Boy lands a job at the pie shop, and when Beast Boy tells Cyborg that he's going to be working on his birthday, he acts like a little prissy bitch. He even ridicules Beast Boy while he's working.
I just wanted to thank you all for coming. And, taking time off from your jobs.
What the fuck, man?
Man, what a jerk.
And Beast Boy, you could have told Cyborg that you're getting money to buy him a birthday gift. Just be very vague about it. Don't do this bullshit of not explaining things. It's really annoying. Eventually, we get to the cliche ending of Cyborg and Beast Boy throwing pies at each other, until Beast Boy shows Cyborg the picture he drew, and what a goddamn shock, he likes it.
I love it! It's well drawn and thoughtful! Thank you!
Well, who didn't see that coming?
So predictable. Oh, I forgot to mention that Mother Mad Eye brainwashes people and turns them into pies throughout the episode. She even attempts to do the same thing to Robin, Raven, and Starfire, but she ultimately fails.
Something tells me I just figured out what Mother May I's secret ingredient is.
Oh, yep. The secret ingredient is definitely love.
The reason why I never bothered to bring it up is because the episode doesn't bring much attention to it. I mean, this episode is slightly better because of its heartwarming ending, but it's an ending I saw coming from a mile away, so it doesn't matter.
It is enjoyable to laugh at someone else's misfortune.
You know what? You're right, Star. It is fun to laugh at others' misfortune. Robin keeps asking his friends to drive him places because his license got suspended. How did it get suspended, you ask?
Yeah, I was in a little fender bender. No, you don't need to come down. It's just a scratch.
So you destroyed the Batmobile.
So now he needs to take a driver's ed course in order to get his license back. And his driving instructor is... Wait a second, didn't you get arrested in the last episode? What the fuck? Believe it or not, I find this episode to be a little bit funnier than the previous two. Mainly because it has one good joke.
No, you don't need to come down. It's just a scratch.
So you destroyed the Batmobile.
But the story itself is pretty predictable, and Robin himself is really stupid in this episode. It's just a rinse and repeat of Robin constantly taking this test because he keeps failing, and while he's doing these tests, he's unaware that Ed is a thief. And no, that bullshit that he knew all along doesn't count.
I was using you the whole time and you couldn't see it.
Nope, I knew. That's why I'm not warning you about the demon.
Don't try to use that as an excuse. And also, just go to a different driving instructor for God's sake. You wouldn't have to retake this test multiple times if you went to a legitimate driving instructor. Oh, I want to show you how lazy this show can get. They reuse the exact same stock sound effect of this guy shooting a gun 3 times.
This is just sloppy craftsmanship.
Look, although I talk negatively about this episode, it is better than the previous two because of that one joke. And there's a running gag of Cyborg not knowing who Starfire is because his systems got messed up because of Robin. Yeah, that's not funny.
Come on, sing, little birdie.
I said I don't want to talk about it.
Raven.
Fine.
Is no one gonna talk about how Raven's mood automatically changed the second Robin stepped in? No? Okay, I guess not. Raven's in a grumpy mood because Trigon, her father, is coming over for a visit. And Trigon isn't your typical dad. He's, I don't know, a demon who plans to take over the world and enslave humanity.
I can relate. I mean, I am half robot after all.
Catch, Daddy, catch.
Wasn't Cyborg human at one point? So why would... Okay, whatever. So after Raven rightfully tells her father to fuck off, he hangs out with the other Titans, and when they discover that he can grant them any wish, they take advantage.
Dude, you got it twisted. Your old man's straight up the bomb. LOL. Woo! What's the haps, players?
You need to stop talking.
Haters gonna hate.
I need you to shut up.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up before I cut your head off from your body, you shitty bobblehead. Anyway, for the rest of the episode, the Titans ridicule Raven for not being like her father.
Raven, you've got Trigon all wrong. He's a great dad.
Straight up awesome.
Holla.
His breath smells like a fireplace.
I'm sorry, did you guys forget who her father was? Dude, the episode literally opens with this.
Trigon.
Devourer of 1,000,000 souls?
Conqueror of countless worlds?
Trigon is one of the most powerful beings in the entire universe.
Now all of a sudden you guys are on Trigon's side because he gave you whatever you want?
You're a douchebag.
I thought the ending was kind of cool, I guess. And I will admit that Trigon being a loving father does add something to his character, but I feel exactly like Raven in this episode.
What is wrong with you guys?
Hey look, a Flintstones reference. That's funny, right? References are always funny. Right? Right? Right?
No.
Because he's sick and tired of playing with Beast Boy, Cyborg wants Raven to duplicate him so that his double can play with Beast Boy.
Ah, finally, I can relax. Ah. Okay, I'm bored.
Wow, that was quick. So after literally a couple of seconds, Cyborg wants to hang out with Beast Boy, but he's too busy hanging out with his double.
Oh, it's just Beast Boy and my double are like best friends now.
You wanted your double to play with Beast Boy. Now all of a sudden you get upset because, oh my god, I don't get the logic of these characters. This show has no logic. In order to hang out with his best friend, Cyborg makes Raven duplicate another version of Beast Boy. Jesus Christ, this is gonna be a clone the main character situation, isn't it? What do you know? I was right. And it turns out that there's a twist in this episode. The original Cyborg and Beast Boy were in an apartment building this whole time. What can I say? It's a clone the main character situation. They do just about every single joke you can make with this concept. Our main characters get annoyed by the clone character, so they try to find a way to get rid of them. I will admit the twist caught me off guard, and there were some pretty funny moments.
Help me! Help me! I'm dying!
Titans, go!
That is so goddamn stupid.
You laughed, motherfucker.
I didn't laugh.
Yes, you did.
But this episode is okay.
Ooh, what you got?
Nothing.
What you got?
Nothing.
What you got?
Nothing.
Just kick the nosy fuck out of your room. It's not that hard. Or better yet, you should have closed the goddamn door.
It's one of those fortune teller games that the little kids play.
Robin plays baby games.
Aren't you a teenager? I mean, it's called Teen Titans Go. Why the fuck are you playing with baby toys? Well, we're about to find out. Robin is simping hard for Starfire, so he wants to ask her out on a date, but Speedy already asked her, so now Robin decides to dress as Speedy and ruin his chances with Starfire while going on this date. Which is pretty easy to do given the fact that the models look exactly the same. I mean, Starfire blatantly points this out earlier.
I have always felt you two share many visual and auditory similarities.
This episode goes to show Robin at his absolute worst. Isn't he supposed to be the good guy? As far as I know, good guys, that are properly written, don't do shit like this. Even though he comes clean in the end, it still doesn't make up for all the horrible shit he did. And that's not the only problem I have with this episode. Throughout the episode, I've noticed that they reused audio quotes multiple times.
Okay, very funny, guys. Come on. Let me go.
No.
Let me go.
No.
Let me go.
No.
Let me go. Let me go.
No.
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 God, how lazy can you get? This is almost Family Guy levels of pathetic. And the overall premise of the episode doesn't really interest me that much, as we're seeing a simp do desperate shit to get into a girl's pants. It's really pathetic. The only thing I liked was Cyborg, Raven, and Beast Boy trying to give Robin advice on how to ask Starfire out on a date. The ending was pretty satisfying with Robin getting his ass whooped, and the voice in Robin's head did make me smirk a little bit.
He's not the one who's hearing voices.
Don't make me come in there.
This episode is just as disposable as the others. Oh, and this will be a running gag throughout the series. Robin is going to try his damnedest to be with Starfire, only for it to blow up in his face. Robin has a super uptight nature, so to teach him a lesson, Cyborg puts a shock collar on his neck so he can't leave the tower unless he learns to chill out. I will say that this episode has a pretty good setup.
Excuse me?
And no, I'm not being sarcastic. I do like the setup of this episode. They show us multiple instances of Robin going overboard, such as putting acid on Starfire's face, fucking up Cyborg's car, and giving Beast Boy a black eye. So it makes sense that the Titans would put a shock collar on him to teach him a lesson. And I like that Beast Boy gives him a lending hand. And overall, I thought this episode showed a decent portrayal of relaxing every now and then, and not being so uptight about everything. Yep, this is the only episode to get a 6 out of 10. Let's see if this is the only diamond in the rough, or if there are any other episodes that make it above a 6. It's laundry day for the Titans, and originally Robin was supposed to do the chore, but he forces Raven to do it after the Titans do a series of challenges. But problems start to arise when the Titans don't have any clothes to wear.
We need our clothes.
Are you telling me you guys don't have any other clothes than the suits you normally wear? Jesus, have you ever heard of clothes shopping? The reason why I say this is because these characters spend half of the episode naked. But other than that, this episode is borderline meh for the most part. I thought the third act was mildly funny, with Raven cursing their clothes, putting them on different members of the Titans, and proceeding to beat the shit out of all of them to teach Robin a lesson. The Titans trying to decide on what clothes to wear made me chuckle a little bit, with Beast Boys being the best one out of all of them.
Tofu in my mouth. Tofu in my mouth. Tofu in my mouth.
I like that Raven got her revenge on Robin for sticking her with the chores. This episode is awful. Beast Boy pranks Starfire into believing that he's a ghost, so he gets her to do his laundry. After realizing that it was a prank, Starfire and the rest of the Titans decide to prank Beast Boy into believing he's really dead, so he stupidly decides to jump into a volcano.
Well, that's retarded.
Which leads to the rest of the Titans to try and stop him or die trying. Spoiler alert, they all die. One by one by one by one. It's a terrible episode that ends with Beast Boy basically winning. Sure, he dies too, but he still succeeded in getting everyone to believe that he was going to jump into an active volcano. This is the worst episode of the series so far. But don't worry, I bet there'll be more down the line. The Titans have to take care of Silky while Starfire's away. And shocker, Silky ends up leaving the tower, so now the Titans have to find him.
Well, who didn't see that coming?
I am Sonia Concheta Hernandez. And you are? Do not speak.
Okay, that got a little chuckle out of me. I say the side plot is a little more interesting than the main plot because Silky ends up going to Mexico and this lady falls in love with him, which is bad for Silky because her ex-fiance is watching, and he has plans to get rid of Silky. Hey, I said it was enjoyable, I didn't say it was good. Even though this is a tired out plot that's been done multiple times, even by some of my favorite shows, it's another decent episode. And hey, at least the dumbasses face the wrath of Starfire when she finds out that Silky left the tower. And hey, look, Batman. We're not gonna do anything with him, but there's Batman. Cool, huh? Now give us more seasons.
I have purchased an Earth bikini on the line. Now I just need a place to use it.
We're building a pool!
Ugh, these Sims disgust me. Robin is trying to decide on whether he should build a senior center or a pool. And why does he want to build a pool? So he can see Starfire in her bathing suit, of course.
You make her all sick!
While that's going on, Beast Boy and Cyborg tried to get a free pizza. Because they have this policy that if the pizza delivery guy doesn't make it by 30 minutes, the pizza's free. The side plot is very repetitive, with Beast Boy and Cyborg attempting to get a free pizza pie, but they lose every single time, eventually ending with an old guy getting a free pizza pie, which prompts them to lose their shit.
Oh, come on!
Shut up!
And as for the main plot, if you remember the episode where Robin tries his damnedest to go on a date with Starfire, you know damn well he's not going to see Starfire in a bathing suit, and there's going to be a cheap cop-out at the end. Two predictable plots with no jokes, that's all. Beast Boy starts acting like a gorilla, which pisses off Robin to no end. And because Beast Boy is a dick, he ends up taking over as leader of the Titans. So with the help of Cyborg, Robin tries to get his position as leader back. You know, maybe this will be a decent episode if Robin learned his lesson about being a strict hothead. Because after he beats Beast Boy, he acts like a strict hothead again.
The next time you forget who your leader is, you're going to have major problems. Got it?
Man, what a jerk.
And the other characters aren't much better either. The way Raven, Cyborg, and Starfire enable Beast Boy's terrible behavior really annoyed me.
Guys, hey, come on, help me out here.
He's right. It is the law.
Of the jungle, baby.
Especially Raven. She's the smartest character in the show, and yet there are moments where she gets dumbed down like the others. And you better get used to that because this will be very common in later episodes, I bet. As for the plot itself, it's pretty basic. I've seen this done plenty of times. And I will say this, Benson Be Gone is way better than this.
Okay, yeah, well, you see, I was gonna watch a movie tonight. By myself.
You see, this girl gets me. Robin, Cyborg, and Beast Boy have a boys' night out, so Starfire decides to have a girls' night out with Raven and Jinx. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't she a bad guy in the original show? So why are you having a girls' night with her?
As an expert of the criminal brand of crazy, and also a female, you can be a great resource for us.
I see.
Ugh, whatever. This is another decent episode. I thought it was mildly entertaining seeing the guys and the girls have fun in their own way. It may not be good, but it didn't piss me off, so that's something. Why are you here? Stop popping up for no reason.
I messed up, but everyone messes up from time to time. To time to time to time.
To time.
To time.
To time.
And lately, you've seemed to have forgotten what being a hero is all about.
You have to admit, that was pretty funny.
None of you bastards know what being a hero is all about. Don't get me started on some of the shit you guys did in previous episodes. Beast Boy gets fired from the Teen Titans because of his constant fuck-ups, so now the team has to find a replacement.
I'm so fucking bored!
Ah, the predictable, fire the main character and then bring them back by the end of the episode. There's not much to say about this one because it does exactly what you would expect. The Titans find a replacement, which in this case it's the Wonder Twins.
Who?
I've never heard of them before and I don't care too much to remember their names. Beast Boy teams up with the girl's brother in order to get her fired, which fails, and when the brother decides that he's sick and tired of being second banana, he flushes himself down the toilet. So now Beast Boy has to rescue him, and then what do you know, he ends up being on the team again, even though he doesn't really deserve it.
And lately, you've seemed to have forgotten what being a hero is all about.
Yes, this is the Batcave. Batman speaking.
The fires of hell hath no fury like mine.
This episode solidifies my hatred for Beast Boy. I really can't stand this jalapeno piece of shit. Bad episode, moving on.
I do just as much as all of you, but because you have superpowers, you get to be super lazy.
Super lazy? You're crazy. It was so far away.
I hate you with every fiber of my being. Robin wants superpowers since he's the only member of the Teen Titans that doesn't have any.
The only curse would be how bad I'd make you look.
Guess we'll never know, since the only way guys like you get superpowers is through super horrible freak accidents.
But in my personal opinion, that's what makes Robin awesome. The fact that he doesn't have any superpowers, yet he's perfectly capable of taking down the greatest of foes. Anyway, Raven gives him superpowers to teach him a lesson, but instead of hating it, he immediately uses his new powers to lock up every single supervillain, grow crops, solve world hunger, and end all world wars. But this is bad because when there's no crime left to fight, the Teen Titans end up disbanding. I mean, it's not like you bastards do your jobs anyway. So this leaves Robin no choice but to live life as a normal person. This may sound crazy, but this is one of the better episodes so far.
Oh my god, are you dying?
No.
Yeah, this episode gets a 6.5 out of me. The idea of Robin having superpowers is pretty interesting, and I think they utilized it pretty well. But that ending was crazy.
See? Told you so. Curse.
What the fuck?
And it did have some silly moments like the chicken dance, for example.
Happy?
You almost made me smile. Almost.
Yep, a pretty decent episode.
Maybe one day we'll all benefit from an accident that requires us to replace several body parts, but until then...
Who knew they would actually make an episode about that? Not to mention, that line is contradictory because as shown in the Dog Hand episode, he still had his robot parts even when he was a baby. Oh, right, it's a kid's cartoon. You just gotta laugh at it and ignore the fact that it doesn't make any sense, despite the fact that there's plenty of kids' cartoons that are not this stupid. Beast Boy spits soda on Cyborg, which means he needs to clean out his parts, but the Titans offer to help, and to no one's shock, they fuck it up, and they turn him into a toilet.
Okay, this is not how I go back together.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's how I remember you.
Yep.
Agreed.
So the team comes up with an idea to plug Cyborg into the tower, and what do you know, he ends up being an asshole himself.
Check it out.
The Titans try to stop him, but they get overpowered by, I shit you not, a vacuum cleaner, a coffee pot, a toaster, and a lamp.
Ah, shit! No! That is not happening right now! No!
And I thought these guys losing to their clothes was embarrassing. I'll give this episode credit that I was never bored. Yeah, I was mildly entertained by this one, even though everybody is an asshole. And I will admit, the ending made me laugh my ass off. I'm not being sarcastic, it genuinely made me laugh. It's an alright episode.
Star, this is not normal.
Not normal. It seems that is something I am often accused of being by my fellow Titans.
Honey, if that was the case, the Titans would have kicked you off their team years ago. Starfire is upset that her friends don't want to celebrate Feast Day with her, so she ends up being friends with this parasite that's on her stomach.
What?
She names it Perry, by the way.
I have things to say, many uses of the word what, a pinch of the word the, and just a cosmic boatload of the word fuck. So, no time to waste. What the fuck?
This is another bad episode where Robin gets ridiculed for not sucking up to Starfire's parasite. But it's pretty funny how the Titans go from not believing in Perry to liking Perry all of a sudden.
Don't think Perry can say anything.
We are communicating through my brain.
Star, this is not normal.
Perry was just finishing up a story. Go on, Perry.
Yeah, Robin, he's great. Even Raven likes him.
Whatever, he's fine. I hate you all.
Now I know what you're thinking. Christian, the Titans don't actually believe in Perry. They're just doing it to make Starfire happy. Nope. Raven even says this to Robin when he tells her that he's been spying on the two of them. Wait, what the fuck?
Or Perry's just a friendly parasite, and you're a creepy guy in the bushes with a camera.
I hate you so much.
Do you see what I mean when I say these characters can be inconsistent sometimes? And guess what? It turns out that Perry was a monster all along, just like Robin predicted at the beginning of the episode.
If we don't act now, Starfire, this whole thing is going to spiral out of control, and we'll end up on the other side of the galaxy fighting a giant spider alien! Ha! Yes! What did I say? I knew it! I knew it all along! You fools just wouldn't listen! I was right and you were wrong!
It's a shitty episode that treats Robin horribly for being in the right. And also, the whole character appears nice but is actually evil shtick has been done before in Steven Universe, Regular Show, and The Amazing World of Gumball.
What? You got an invite? Guess you were the only one who got invited.
I see. In that case, I shall inform the others that I am more well-liked than they are.
Then don't be shocked if they treat you like shit, just like how they acted in the previous episode. Starfire gets invited to this dance party, while the other Titans didn't get their invite. So Beast Boy tells her to lie to them in order to spare their feelings, but her lies get out of hand to the point where the Titans end up getting pissed off at each other. While that's going on, Starfire forgot to feed Silky, so now he starts eating everything in sight. The thing that annoys me about this episode is the fact that Starfire doesn't face any repercussions for her actions. And what do you know, she still continues lying after she came clean about what she did.
Wow, Star. That was a really heartfelt apology.
And I meant every single word of it.
Wait, did you just wink?
No, that was a blink.
I hate you so much.
I'll admit that the Titans fighting each other was pretty entertaining, and Silky eating everything in sight does have its humorous moments, but, no. Okay, there's a sexual innuendo in here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I'll let you guys figure it out. It's meatball party time, which means Cyborg forces everyone to eat meatballs. Jesus, oh my god, it sounds so wrong when I say it. And after being peer pressured by everyone, Raven is forced to eat a mystery meatball, and it turns out to be a meatball that's half meat, half robot.
How did you even...
So now Raven's tooth is cracked, and then a creepy demon octopus thing ends up pulling her friends into her mouth one by one. God, it sounds so weird when I say it out loud. This episode feels like a torture Raven episode, and I say that Cyborg is at his absolute worst here. Forcing Raven to eat that meatball, cracking her tooth, not giving a shit that Beast Boy got sucked into her mouth forever, and most importantly, him not learning a goddamn thing.
You're an idiot.
I feel really bad for Raven in this episode. But I will admit, this episode does have some good moments, and it's when Raven's demon octopus thing kicks everyone's ass. It's the most satisfying thing in this whole episode. I say this episode is in the middle, because yes, while it does have some bad moments, it also has some good moments too.
There.
Ooh, I think you broke it.
I don't think the staff should have broken that easily. If a weapon breaks that easily, it means that weapon is no longer useful. But whatever, we gotta do something to kick off this stupid plot. Robin is too over-aggressive with this staff. Another one of these Robin is too over-aggressive episodes. Anyway, the Titans get their hands on his staff, and they end up using it. And after Beast Boy breaks it, which... I still can't wrap my head around that. Robin ends up being depressed, so Raven sends him on a journey to get a new staff. Even though you fuckers should do it because you're the ones that broke it in the first place. Robin gets his old staff back, rendering the new staff he just got to be a plunger. Moving on.
This isn't an unidentified female intruder. This is Tara.
Hey look, Tara. Let's see if this is another episode where this character is obviously evil, but everybody is too stupid to realize it, with the exception of one member. Let's go! What do you know? I was right. Beast Boy introduced Tara to the Teen Titans, where it's pretty obvious that she's a double agent, who's collecting private information on the Teen Titans for her boss. And everyone is too fucking stupid to realize that. Well, everyone except Raven, who tries to expose Tara, but all she gets is people hitting her with the claim that she's jealous of Beast Boy and Tara's relationship, and she has a crush on him.
Still friends?
I hate you all.
I hate them too, sweetheart. You're not the only one. It's literally a copy and paste of the Parasite episode. The only difference is that there's a cheap fight scene at the end, with Raven using her powers to suck Tara into a vortex. To where? We won't find out until later. And this episode ends with the implication that Raven might have a crush on Beast Boy. And to be honest, I don't know why.
Why?
If memory serves correctly, something was going on between them in the original series, but I didn't mind it back then because Beast Boy was a well-written, lovable goofball. But in this series, Beast Boy is one of the worst characters in the show in my opinion. He's too obnoxious and too stupid, so I don't understand why Raven has any feelings for him. But guess what? This isn't a one and done. This whole thing pours its way into other episodes. Yay!
Priceless artifact retrieved.
Bad guys captured.
Wow, they're actually doing their job and being good heroes. Wow, that's a first. The Teen Titans enter a dodgeball tournament, but they automatically get their ass beat by the Hive, so they demand a rematch, and when they fail again, they have no choice but to cheat for the next tournament. And also, Raven and Starfire are pissed off that the boys won't let them play. I was expecting the explanation to be some sexist bullshit, given the fact that there's an episode later down the line that deals with sexism in general. but the explanations they give are reasonable. Starfire keeps eating the dodgeballs, and Raven ate a person once.
I saw that going differently in my mind.
I think this episode is above average.
You serious?
Yes, this is an episode I consider above average. It is way better than any other episode so far. I always like dodgeball episodes, and while this one isn't better than the other ones, it's still entertaining enough. And not to mention, this episode has some genuinely funny moments, like the ending itself. The Titans cheat and they still get their asses whooped. So what do?
We're not licked yet, guys. We won!
That was really funny, and I like how they do a rendition of the old intro.
When there's dodgeball, you know who to call. Teen Titans. Aw, I like that.
So yeah, a pretty above average episode. Good job, you guys. Beast Boy and Cyborg end up getting into a fight over which food is better, burgers or burritos.
That is a difficult question.
Yeah, I could go either way.
I really don't care.
You see, this girl really gets me. You know what? 7 out of 10. I really like this one.
You serious?
Yeah, we finally found a good episode of Teen Titans Go. Sure, it's not anything spectacular, but it was a pretty fun episode. I like the food challenges, the final fight is the biggest highlight of the episode, and the premise itself is pretty believable and relatable. Think about it, we've all been there. We've all had disagreements with our friends on which food is better. And the resolution at the end was pretty good as well, as Cyborg learns to love burritos and Beast Boy learns to love burgers.
Oh man, I'm sorry, bro. Burgers are pretty great.
I'm sorry too, little homie. I didn't know burritos could be so delicious.
Aw, I like that.
A pretty good episode, not gonna lie. Remember when I told you this wasn't a one and done? It took them 2 episodes, but they finally dedicated an episode to Beast Boy x Raven. Okay, well it's not an official episode, it's still pretty damn close. Cyborg creates a matchmaking machine, and after pulling the lever, Beast Boy and everyone is shocked to find out that he's matched with Raven.
Raven?
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 I don't know why you guys are shocked. Literally 2 episodes before this, you were making fun of Raven for having a crush on Beast Boy. And while Beast Boy is simping for Raven, Robin is simping for Starfire, and he tries his damnedest to get her to be attracted to him instead of Aquaman. Okay, I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, Aquaman's a grown-ass man. Starfire is a teenage alien. So nothing's gonna go on between the two. I will admit that the side plot had some pretty decent jokes.
See, we're having a lovely little chit-chat.
But as for the main plot, it's just Beast Boy trying desperately to get with Raven. Eventually, after pestering her enough times, Raven decides to give him a chance. So the two decide to get married.
What?
They're minors, by the way.
What the fuck?
And what do you know, the second Beast Boy is matched with a scratching post, he ends up falling in love with a scratching post.
You're a douchebag.
So yeah, this episode is nothing but teasing until we get the official Raven x Beast Boy episode. But I will give it credit. It does a good job of building it up. This episode reminded me a lot of Nevermore from the original Teen Titans. The only difference is that we don't go into Raven's brain. Anyway, this prism that the Titans are fucking around with ends up separating Raven into the 5 traits of her personality.
Oh no! We just split Raven into 4 versions of herself!
You are so retarded. This episode does exactly what you would expect, and for that, I found it oddly enjoyable. If you want to see the main character duplicated into 5 versions, you'll get just that.
Thanks for making me whole again.
You're being mean, aren't you?
No, really. Thanks.
Oh, the confusion! I can't tell what she's trying to say!
Just say you're welcome and give the poor girl a break.
Make her stop! Make her stop!
Jesus Christ. Cyborg makes this robot for the Teen Titans, but they can only use it for real emergencies. After a bit of nagging from Robin, the Titans decide to use it on Kitten. Hey, you remember Kitten? I remember Kitten. Seriously, who could forget that annoying voice?
Hi, Robbie Poo. Oh, Robbie Poo! I thought you'd never ask. Isn't it romantic? They're fighting over me.
Shut the fuck up!
But Robin is shocked to discover that he has to be the left leg.
Left leg? I don't want to be the left leg. Legs are lame.
I don't care.
So throughout the episode, he decides to embrace his role as the left leg. He even makes a few modifications to the robot's left leg. Oh, and his real leg looks like this.
Get that away from me.
Raven, you should be praising that leg. I mean, aren't you Lady Legacy? Oh shit, I spoiled a future episode. It's fine, I guess. It's just Robin going overboard like always. You can see where this plot is going from a mile away. By the way, Death Punchies from regular show is way better. Raven encourages the Titans to read a book because they're all bored. This is the only time we don't see them act like idiots. Embrace it while you can. Because they're addicted to reading, seriously, it's like crackhead levels of addiction, they find a forbidden book that Raven buried. And what do you know, the second they open it, the characters they've read about come to life.
Oh, this is bad. This is real bad.
I can feel my imagination dying. It hurts.
You guys could just go to the library. It's a quick drive away. Before we continue, I need to ask, why are you here? Go away. And also, look, deja vu. I thought the characters coming to life was pretty cool, and kicking the Titans' asses was pretty fun to watch. The Titans acting like crackheads was kind of funny, but that's about it. And it has a moral of books being dangerous.
You should have warned us. Reading isn't just fundamental. It's dangerous.
I don't care, honestly. Moving on.
At least make room for the rest of us.
No can do, bro. Too comfy.
Yeah, scoot over.
It's too much trouble, baby.
Lazy fuck.
Didn't they use that little girl back in the gorilla episode? Anyway, Cyborg and Beast Boy are lazy fucks, so Robin gets rid of the couch and replaces it with a treadmill. And at first, Cyborg and Beast Boy like it, but because they don't like the exercise spirit's mindset of constantly working out, they end up getting the couch back. Moving on. Robin wants an arch enemy so he can be perceived as a real hero. So Starfire decides to help him with that. This is another good episode. It's pretty interesting seeing Starfire as a villain. And it's a nice gesture that she's going this far to be Robin's arch enemy just to make him happy. And the final battle at the end was pretty fun to watch. GG, nice episode.
Carton milk.
After combining their powers on the battlefield, Robin becomes obsessed with merging things with Cyborg. They even make Beatbox and Birdarang.
Your super sweet Birdarang and my high-tech motherboard.
What's up, fellas?
Oh. I hope he's not a recurring character.
But things end up going south when Robin starts living in Cyborg's body.
Well, who didn't see that coming?
And because Beast Boy is upset that Robin took his best friend away from him, he tries to do power moves with Raven and Starfire. It's another one of those predictable Robin going overboard episodes. I think the power move at the end of the episode was pretty cool, but instead of getting Robin to learn his lesson, they proceed to do more power moves with him, while Cyborg ends up getting destroyed by Beast Boy, Starfire, and Raven's power move.
Little help? Anyone? Little help? Just maybe put on the TV.
Like, that's legitimately sad. It's alright. I hate this episode so much. After Cyborg and Beast Boy have a staring contest that lasts 30 fucking years, every single member of the Teen Titans has separated to lead different lives. Robin, who now goes by Nightwing, is a father who has kids with Batgirl.
So you and Starfire finally tied the knot, huh?
No, me and Batgirl.
What?
That's fucking bullshit!
Starfire returned to her home planet and is now queen, and Raven has become a celestial goddess after defeating her father. So yeah, they have pretty good lives that they're happy with, unlike the original Teen Titans. Don't worry, I'll talk about that later. And how do Cyborg and Beast Boy react? They decide to build a time machine and completely fuck up the past so that the Titans will have shitty lives.
All we have to do is invent a time machine, go back 30 years, and change one little thing. Then we come back to the future and everything will be different!
Dude, what the fuck?
The problem with this episode is that Beast Boy and Cyborg are completely unlikable. They're deliberately fucking up their best friends' lives for their own selfish benefit. Even when Nightwing clearly says that he loves his family and his life, Beast Boy says this.
Wait a minute. I like my life. I love my family.
Dude, your family's horrible!
What an ass.
They're supposed to be the good guys, right? Because right now they're acting like fucking villains. And the worst part is that they succeeded with their goal. They completely fucked up the future and their friends' lives while all of Jump City is overrun by these robots.
Dude, this is pretty f***ed up right here.
And another issue with this episode is that it completely shits all over the OG Teen Titans episode, How Long Is Forever, by taking away all of the raw emotion and seriousness and replacing it with a bunch of shitty repetitive jokes.
It's just one of my responsibilities.
Make it stop, Cyborg!
And with that honor comes responsibilities.
Oh, the humanity!
And a big response.
Don't you say that word! Don't you say that word!
I fucking hate this episode. Worst one so far. Moving on. It's a literal copy and paste of Super Robin. I'm not kidding. They even copy a joke from that episode.
I do just as much as all of you, but because you have superpowers, you get to be super lazy.
Super lazy? You're crazy. It was so far away.
You guys rely too much on your powers, and it's made you lazy.
That is not true. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Whoa, whoa, why are you burning a hole through the tower wall?
Because it is too far to fly to the door.
God, these characters are so fucking stupid, they're making my brain hurt. Robin makes a good point that all of the Titans are a bunch of lazy fucks who rely too heavily on their powers. So he decides to make a bet that if they can go one entire day without using their powers, I'll let Robin say it.
And because if any of you could last a whole day, I'll make you the new leader of the Teen Titans.
Excellent shameless advertisement there, buddy. And yeah, the episode does exactly what you would expect. The Titans start using their powers way too much, but then Robin stops them.
User of superpowers. Powers are being used by you. Powers.
Robin, if you let them use their powers, you win the bet automatically. You fucking idiot. Anyway, they start using everyday objects to their advantage. Then we get to the end of the episode where Robin fakes his death in an attempt to get the Titans to use their powers.
Wait, it was a fake?
You just wanted us to use our powers so we couldn't win a contest.
Dude, what the fuck?
It's a shameless rehash of Super Robin, but I'll give this episode credit that they tried to do something with it, even if it was predictable and uninspired. And I would be lying if I said I didn't chuckle at certain portions of the episode.
How do you do it, man? Your life must be so horrible.
Passable, moving on.
I'm the only one Batman trusts on this super important mission.
Didn't you destroy the Batmobile not too long ago? Robin is tasked by Batman to look after the Batcave, and what do you know, the Titans decide to fuck up the Batcave and use Batman's equipment, even though Robin told them not to do so. Hey, look, it's equipment that Batman uses. Hey, look, the Titans are being assholes by using these equipments even though Robin told them not to do so. Hey, look, the Titans are making fun of Robin because he's a sidekick. That's all the jokes in this episode. Next. Girls' Night Out Redux. Okay, obviously it's not an exact copy, but it's pretty damn close. Robin, Cyborg, and Beast Boy get trapped in an elevator while Raven and Starfire start bonding with Dr. Light. I thought this was another decent episode.
You serious?
No, seriously. It had some pretty chuckle-worthy moments in here. And I guess we're continuing the trend of Starfire and Raven befriending their sworn enemies. And you know what? I like it. But even then, it doesn't change the fact that they've recycled some elements from Girls' Night Out. And just the mere concept of Robin, Beast Boy, and Cyborg being stuck in an elevator has been done before in other shows. Cyborg, Raven, and Beast Boy manipulate Starfire into believing that there's a second Santa and a second Christmas. And the reason why they did this is because they don't want to wait another 365 days for Christmas to come. And like always, Robin gets treated like the bad guy for trying to tell Starfire the truth.
Don't you understand? Second Christmas is a lie! A lie!
I think it looks pretty, Grouch.
You fucking bitch!
These three are truly loathsome shitheads because they manipulated Starfire for their own selfish gain. And this is another episode where Robin gets punished for no reason. I mean, I will admit Starfire whooping all of their asses was pretty fun to watch. Just take out the scene where she punches Robin and we're fine. And what do you know, it turns out that Second Santa was real. This episode sucks. After fixing Robin's sleep fighting habits due to peer pressure, Raven starts to fix the other Titans, like taking away Cyborg's mouth, turning Beast Boy into a balloon animal, and giving Starfire blonde hair.
Oh man! Oh, this is good! This is good!
I give this episode a high rating because I like seeing these assholes in pain. Yes, these characters are so loathsome that I love seeing them in pain. Well, except for Raven, when she's not being a bitch. Yeah, I didn't forget about your performance in the Christmas episode. Sure, the story is pretty basic, but hey, if I get to see these assholes getting hurt, that's good enough for me.
That's it. We've had enough, Raven. Titans! Ow!
Even if the episode ends with Raven turning the Titans into My Little Pony characters. I have nothing to say. Let's move on.
what?
You've got legs!
What are you smoking? She's always had legs. Not to mention, they've been visible on more than one occasion, so this whole ultimate reveal makes no sense. Anyway, the Titans realize that the reason why Raven is so grumpy is because of her cloak, so when they get their hands on it, she becomes a completely different person. Wow, what a shock.
And I'm, getting used to your legs.
That's pretty sexy, right? No, it shouldn't be sexy. She's 16 years old. What the fuck is wrong with you? FBI, open up! But then again, I guess this is tamed compared to what anime does to its minor characters. Doesn't matter, point still stands. So with her new personality discovered, Raven decides to turn into Lady Legasus. And while that's going on, Cyborg turns into Raven. It's a typical switching personality story, with terrible, unfunny jokes to boot.
Her legs are pretty nice, actually.
Can someone hurt him, please? Thank you. Anyway, the episode ends with Raven taking her cloak back after Cyborg goes off the deep end. I guess it's kind of entertaining to hear the voice actors have fun with this episode, like Cyborg acting like Raven, and Raven acting all optimistic and happy.
Drama queen.
You were all right. That stupid cloak was holding me back.
Shh. Don't listen to her.
But it doesn't matter because I fucking hate this episode. But I guess Rebel Taxi might get a kick out of it for obvious reasons. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I had a thing for Raven's legs too when I was younger, but not anymore. Anyway, moving on. Starfire starts to fear that the Titans are overly aggressive, especially when they're out on the battlefield, so she leads them down a path of peace and tranquility. Okay, Starfire trying to calm the Titans down makes a little bit of sense, but when she tries to apply this peaceful mindset when taking down the Hive, it just makes her look fucking stupid.
You're a fucking idiot.
But then the episode ends with the Titans trying to be peaceful towards the Hive. At first it rightfully doesn't work, but when they do it again, it works all of a sudden. What the fuck? What a pointless episode. Because they're just gonna go back to being enemies after this episode is done. So... Waffles. That's the whole joke for this entire episode.
Waffles!
Waffles?
Excuse me?
Waffles?
Waffles?
Waffles!
Cyborg and Beast Boy make a game to see who can go the longest saying the word waffles. Guess how many times they say the word waffles? 188 times. And it doesn't get any better when the other Titan starts saying the word too.
Waffles, 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 waffles.
I may have gotten on the legs episode because of how fucking weird it is, but this episode is by far the lowest rated episode on my list. Fuck this episode. Hey, you remember Terra? Well, guess what? She's coming back for revenge. And while she's planning on making a comeback, the Titans get ready for Valentine's Day. Valentine or Times? Whatever, same difference. The layout of the episode is exactly identical to the last Terra episode we had. You have Terra who's acting suspicious, Beast Boy is blind to the fact that she's acting suspicious, Raven is the only member of the Titans that's paying attention to her, and they tease the possibility that Raven might have a crush on Beast Boy. Again.
My brain is slowly dying.
But in this episode, it's pretty clear she has a crush on him. There's even a moment where she tries to tell Beast Boy how she feels, but she needs to wait until season 5 for that to come into full swing. I thought the gag of Starfire misinterpreting Valentine's Day had its moments, the song that Beast Boy sang at the end was pretty decent, and overall this episode is above average. Good job guys, it's pretty decent. even though it's a carbon copy of a previous episode. And before people say, oh, it's okay because it's a follow-up to that previous episode. No. Just no. Huh. 2 romance episodes back to back.
Back to back!
If you don't like her, then prove it. On the battlefield. Titans, go!
See? What did I tell ya? They go back to beating the Hive senseless all over again. Remember the lesson Starfire taught the Titans about being nice, peaceful, and less violent? Toss that shit into the trash can because it doesn't mean dick anymore. Anyway, Cyborg starts to fall for Jinx, and what do you know, they end up falling for each other. And their respective teams, the Titans and the Hive, try to break them up. It's alright, I guess. I like how Jinx and Cyborg convince their teams to change sides just so they can be together. Sure, it can get kind of creepy at certain points.
Are you following me?
No, I'm tracking you.
My favorite.
I know.
That's creepy.
I know. I love your pink hair. I love your evil glare. You're bad for me, girl, but I just don't care. But I just don't care.
Someone should call the police.
But the heart is still there, and it's revealed that Cyborg and Jinx will continue to be a thing. Another decent episode.
Why are you encouraging these guys? They're just filthy birds.
I think they are sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Bestiality is so funny. And I don't want to hear anybody say, Christian, this technically doesn't count as bestiality. Shut up. Anyway, this episode is a shitty rehash of the gorilla episode. Robin removes these 2 mockingbirds from the chimney by using this gas that he created in his lab. And the second he does that, the birds have mutated into brawlic dickheads that take over the tower. And just like in the gorilla episode, the Titans like these guys at first, until they eventually need Robin's help. It's a rinse and repeat of that episode. Moving on. Because he's sick and tired of being the dumb one in the group, Beast Boy decides to make himself smart. Oh wow, the typical making the dumb character smart plot. I've never seen that done in a TV show before. This is another case where I see a character get dumbed down for the sake of the plot. Beast Boy has read books before, so I don't know why he's having such a difficult time reading a book now. Anyway, after a failed attempt, Beast Boy uses Raven's spellbook to make the other characters dumber.
Guys, look! A birdie!
Hey, look! It's that meme I've been seeing floating around Twitter recently. Shit, X. God damn it, Elon. I'll give this episode credit that it subverted my expectations by having Beast Boy make the other Titans dumber. But that doesn't automatically make the episode better. We're still dealing with a case of characters being dumb for the sake of a stupid gag. And like always, Beast Boy doesn't learn a goddamn thing, and what's worse is that he doesn't even revert the Titans back to normal.
What an asshole!
I will admit, an intelligent Silky taking down the asteroid that's hurtling down to Earth was pretty fun to watch. Okay, and this shot of Raven was pretty adorable. I'll give you that. A blech episode overall.
What do you think?
Finally, you changed your outfit.
Hey, Red X. Do you remember Red X? I remember Red X. Robin dresses up as Red X in order to infiltrate the Hive Tower to destroy it, because the Hive has plans to turn their headquarters into a space battle station. But instead of carrying out the plan, he ends up crashing at their place, especially since Titan's Tower has been a shithole recently. There's not much to say about this one. As soon as Robin gets into Hive Tower, instead of following through, he starts crashing there, and then this leads to other members of the Titans to do the same thing.
Well, who didn't see that coming?
It's inoffensive, it didn't piss me off or make me upset, so I thought it was fine. Remember when Starfire tried making the Titans less aggressive in a previous episode? What a fucking hypocrite. After defeating Dr. Light, Cyborg wants to keep his sidekick Painbot, but when the other Titans say no, he still decides to keep it. It's not an outstanding episode, but I thought it was a fine one. I found the friendship between Cyborg and Painbot to be heartwarming and genuine, and I really like how he calls out the other Titans for being hypocrites.
The rest of us don't have little buddies, Cyborg.
Hiya, fellas.
Not now, little buddy.
No one's saying you can't have a little buddy, Cyborg. It just can't be evil.
Oh, evil is suddenly a problem. Miss, I get by with a little help from my demons.
You can't just bring home a torture machine. That's just cray-cray.
You brought home a wolf.
Who, Dave? Dave's fine.
You know, like Silky.
Surely you cannot compare the Painbot with my little Bumgorf.
Silky is an offspring of Killer Moth, another sworn enemy of yours. Get the fuck out of my face, you stupid fucking hypocrite.
Hey, man, like that. Chill out. What's wrong with you?
The song Pain was pretty nice to listen to, and the third act with all the buddies fighting against each other was pretty fun to watch. Another decent episode. Remember when I said in the last episode that Silky belonged to Killer Moth? Well, guess what? They decided to make a whole episode dedicated to this. Robin, Cyborg, and Beast Boy returned Silky to Killer Moth for money, and then they tried to disguise what they did as a good thing. I would say this is a dick move on their part, but after the Little Buddies episode, it kind of makes sense if you ask me. He's the offspring of an evil villain, and this is very much deserved because of how annoying Starfire was in this episode and the last one. And I know somebody will say that, oh, Starfire wasn't that annoying.
Dude, shut your fucking mouth.
Just a quick note, remember when Starfire got mad at the Titans because she feels like they don't like her because she's not normal? Yet here she is doing shit like this! What the fuck? After they find out that he went missing, Raven and Starfire go looking for him before Killer Moth does anything horrible to him. Not much to say with this one. The boys go on a shopping spree with the money they got, and Silky ends up turning into a butterfly at the end.
Oh, brother.
And guess what? Silky ends up staying with the Titans after all. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. Just a nothing episode. The only thing I liked about this episode was Robin explaining the roles that each Titan has. Other than that, I don't like this episode that much.
Oh man, he's attacking the garden gnomes. He's completely lost it.
And all because he can't handle our comedy trio.
Probably because you guys are horrible people that have a negative effect on everyone around you. Starfire tries to join Beast Boy and Cyborg's comedy duo. And after that happens, Robin starts to lose his shit because, as he said before, everybody has specific roles that they need to follow.
I'm the lone wolf leader. You two are the good-natured slackers. Raven's the sarcastic older sister, and you're my unrequited love.
At least this episode ends on a good note, with Cyborg and Beast Boy pushing Starfire away from their shitty personality for Robin's sake. Other than that, I didn't laugh at a single thing in this episode. And it doesn't help that Robin tells a bunch of uncle jokes throughout.
How do you want your steak cooked?
On a stove.
Man, I'm hungry.
Oh, nice to meet you, Hungry. I'm Robin. Boom! Hey, Beast Boy, why can't you hear a pterodactyl going to the bathroom? Because the P is silent. Boom! What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. Boom! Hey, Beast Boy, is your face hurting you? 'Cause it's killing me. Boom!
Shut the fuck up!
So they'll grow up to be like me, and not you.
What's wrong with us?
Everything!
I bet they'll make an episode about this a couple of years down the line. Mas and Manos visits the Titans to get superhero lessons from Robin. Then the duo immediately befriends the others, which pisses off Robin to no end because he wants them to finish training. This is another episode where Robin's arrogance and stubbornness gets scaled to 1,000,000. I give the Day episode credit that he at least learned his lesson. In this episode, he learns that it's all about getting attention.
Sometimes you have to sacrifice yourself for the greater good.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! That was not the lesson! The lesson was put yourself in the spotlight and get all the glory!
Wait, what?
That's it. He doesn't learn that it's wrong to manipulate people to get what you want. No, it's all about getting the attention you receive from saving the town.
I hate you with the dark fire of 1,000,000 exploding neutron stars.
This is our hero, ladies and gentlemen. Now that I think about it, this episode reminds me of that King of the Hill episode. I don't know, it just kind of seems similar, you know? And I'm gonna say it, I'm getting sick and tired of these superhero references. They get annoying after a while. We take a look at what the Titans are dreaming about when they go to sleep. Yeah, I know it's crazy I'm giving this a high rating given the fact that the premise isn't anything special, but hey.
I'll take what I can get.
I like how each dream is different and unique. Some of them are pretty fun to watch. Cyborg's dream is my personal favorite because it feels like you're watching an arcade game.
Get some! Get off me, crazy ghost dookie!
Raven and Starfire's dreams are pretty good because of how they use different animation styles, and their dreams are pretty fun to watch, with Starfire hanging out with cat versions of the Titans, and Raven killing her friends and taking over the world.
I am having the best day!
What's so funny?
I didn't save you guys. I just couldn't let my dad have all the
fun. Huh?
Okay, getting darker.
Silky's dream is in the middle, and the weakest dreams are Beast Boy and Robin's. For Beast Boy, it just shows a chameleon going back and forth, and Robin's is the worst because it takes a clip from Trouble in Tokyo and just drops it into the episode. The clip in question is the scene where Robin and Starfire share their first kiss, and the worst part is that they have the actors dub over it like a bunch of assholes.
Maybe we could be...
Robin,
Starfire?
stop talking.
You probably want to kiss me. Don't blame you. I'm awesome. You're a lucky girl.
So lucky.
Brace yourself.
Robin, we have to go catch him.
It's a gift.
Oh man, that guy's cool.
And this won't be the last time they do stuff like this. It's still a good episode, though. Wow. This episode was pretty good. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I really like this episode.
You serious?
Cyborg acts like his grandmother. At first, the Titans are content with living with Grandma, until eventually they decide that they're sick and tired of living with her. So they tried to get some sense smacked into him. Her. Them. Ugh, pronouns are so hard.
Do not misgender me, you bigot!
I really enjoyed this episode because it can be pretty relatable for those who have grandparents or parents for that matter.
Oh no, the orphans!
Everybody can relate to parental figures being overly strict, accusing you of being sassy, having issues with your clothing style, and overall, with all due respect, being a giant pain in the ass. And I really like the ending where they gave Grandma a burial, even though it was just her voice.
Aww, I like that.
So yeah, I really liked this episode. It was pretty funny, unlike other episodes, and it made me laugh, so good job. Even though you're clearly ripping off an OG Teen Titans episode, but whatever.
What are we gonna do?
What? What happened?
Robin somehow removed the thumb!
Presto, chango!
Raven, I would love you a ton if you just kill these fuckers already. Robin starts doing a bunch of terrible magic tricks, and for some reason the Titans, except Raven, like it.
Glorious water trick.
Guys, that beat the missing thumb. The missing thumb?
I'm surrounded by idiots.
This confuses me a little bit, because remember when Cyborg, Starfire, and Beast Boy made fun of Robin for telling terrible jokes, and now all of a sudden they like his crappy magic tricks?
It's retarded!
Anyway, Raven tries to stop him because she thinks that the magic god will be pissed off, but it turns out that he's not pissed off at Robin's crappy magic tricks, but more specifically, he's pissed off at Raven's crappy attitude.
You have upset the magic god by poo-pooing all of his fine magic tricks.
Me?
Yes! The magic god hates hecklers.
What?
This episode sucks because it's just torturing Raven for not liking Robin's tricks. It's not really fun to watch, especially when she's just looking out for the team and Robin, and she gets belittled for doing that.
What the fuck?
And not to mention, the magic that Robin is doing is fake.
You dick!
So I can see why that's an insult to Raven, who is an actual magic caster. This episode sucks, moving on. Wait a minute. You lazy motherfuckers, you just Robin sold his soul to the Puppet Wizard so that he can have complete control over the Teen Titans, but when it doesn't work in his favor, they have to go fight the Puppet Wizard so that they can get their old bodies back.
Where's the stage?
We used it, bro.
Yeah, I think we left it outside.
Really? I did not just fall for that.
Oh, yes, you did.
You see?
I thought the episode was good primarily because the Titans turned into puppets at the end of the episode. Sure, there is notable green screen, but honestly, I don't care.
Cause I don't fucking care at all.
I'm just grateful that this episode ended the season on a good note.